Hiya, so this video is going to go through the unboxing of the Withing Sleep Analyser. Now, I'm not a great user of kind of sleep monitoring kind of apps. So in the end I decided not to keep this, and we actually had it as a giveaway on a competition. Part of the Did You Know with IFT Pro series that's running right now. So yeah, I didn't use it myself in the end. That said, it's pretty cool as like a presence sensor, and so some people came up with some absolutely genius ideas, like putting it under their dog basket so they could tell whether the dog was in the basket or not. So yeah, I think for me not so useful, but certainly have a look and see if it's something you could make use of. But yeah, on with the unboxing video so you can kind of at least see what's in there before you decide to make a purchase. Enjoy! So here we have the Withing Sleep Analyser. So it's actually quite a well presented box, but as you can see, I struggled at the start in order to get the actual thing out. It actually has this piece of string at the top, which is a really good idea. A lot of these sort of boxes I struggle to get the packaging, the outer packaging sleeve off, so it's good that they've included that in this. So actually, you know, quite a nice presentable piece of equipment. So on the left hand side here we have the quick installation guide. That's good for people that are impatient, but I am almost too impatient that I won't even read that. And then of course you have the Withing Sleep Analyser itself. So this is the underside, and then flip it over to see the top. This is the way that you would normally place it. So yeah, pretty simple piece of kit from visually at least. And then the cable. Now this cable kind of stretched far enough to be able to come out from under the bed, round some furniture and then into a plug. So it's a pretty long cable, and I'll see if I can put in the description how long it was. So it actually comes with a number of plugs that go into that USB cable. So there's a European or continental socket, which I won't be using here because I'm in the UK. And then the socket for the UK. So we'll place that on the end of there, ready to use a little bit later. So we don't need that continental one, so we'll get rid of that, and we're ready to go and show you the app. So here's the Withings app already installed. So the usual suspects to kind of log in. It was at this point I kind of realised actually I was trying to log in with an already existing account. So actually I went and set up a new account and then configured the profile. There's a bit in the height and weight. I wish I was 8 stone, but I'm not, but we'll go for that for now. And then basically click on next. And so actually it wanted to import and export data between this app and Apple Health. I'm kind of okay with that, so I said, yeah, turn on all categories, go for it. And actually it'll share the information between the two applications. And then it starts importing that data. So the idea here is a little bit later on you'll see it gives me some hints and tips on things I might need to think about. All that's synchronized. And now it's going to go and refresh the data, and I guess in the background it is starting to make some analysis already. So we're just going to skip ahead a little bit here. So it just wants to make sure that it's okay to send notifications. I'm pretty okay with that, so I'll just click on yes. And then we clicked on the plus at the top right, and we're going to go and install the device. And so select the right kind of sensor, in this instance a sleep analyzer, and we're going to go and click on install, and it's going to kind of talk me through how to do that, how to position it, and a few other things I need to do to make sure I get the right experience. Now if I have a mattress that has something underneath and therefore don't need to worry about slatted frames, it tells me what to do. I had a slatted frame. Oddly enough, I didn't need to put anything underneath it to make it a more sturdier kind of a base for it to sit on, But if you've got a slatted frame, that's not a problem. You just need to kind of put something underneath it for it to kind of sit on. So click on next, and then the next thing it does is it kind of gives you an idea of where you needed to place it. So I did a little bit of adjustment to place it in the correct place, and then clicked on next. So it reminds me I need to plug in the device. And actually what it does do is when it's in use, this is an interesting thing, when it's in use, so it knows there's someone on there, it actually switches the Wi-Fi off. So that if you're worried about being radiated by Wi-Fi while you're sleeping, it's going to switch that off anyway. And then you want to pair the sensor. So you need Bluetooth switched on here. Obviously click on pair. In a couple of seconds it's paired, which is great. So then you go and find your local network and put in your password. I'm going to skip through this a little bit for obvious reasons. And then it goes on to configuring your device. And so basically, from both configuring your device but also the sleep sensor, it's also going to kind of do some calibrating almost. And so the next screen that comes up kind of tells you basically to leave the bed as it is, don't get into bed, just leave it where it is. And then I think what it did, this is the bit it's telling you here, going to take up to 10 minutes, makes a soft whirring sound, and so I just kind of left it and it notified me in the app once it was done. They do ask you if you want to be able to detect sleep apnea. I just went for OK there. That's kind of relevant if you needed it to. Accept the terms and conditions. And as it says here, when you go to bed, Wi-Fi transmission will automatically be turned off during sleep, which is great if you're kind of worried about that sort of thing. And then as you get out of bed, it's going to kind of come back to life and it'll sync that data with the HealthMate app. So actually, the real natty thing here actually was there was this kind of notifications timeline. And so knowing whether it's still calibrating, and then the next things you might want to do is like a genius idea, right? Even if it's giving you some sort of things you can compare to or challenges. For example, it talks about Loch Ness here. I can't quite remember why it did that. But actually being able to have something that kind of tells you what you need to think about doing next and give you some prompts as you go throughout the day or throughout its usage is a really good idea, because I think this kind of keeps people interested in opening the app up again. Obviously I went for discovering the IFT option, and it kind of takes you through some of the IFT applets and how you configure IFT to work with the Withing Sleep Analyser. So sign up to IFT and check for the available applets. And actually at the end of this video I'll try and link off to the IFT applet that I created as part of the Did You Know with IFT Pro series that I've created. So yeah, there are those notifications. Calibration is still in progress. So we're going to kind of leave that there. And that's it. I hope this has been useful for you. And please do let me know if you get a Withing Sleep Analyser and what you think about it. Bye.